Thank you for inviting me. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that name is so cringe. I wish I could change it, but at this point, that's how everyone knows me.
Yeah, okay. I love the name, man. All right, and I'm sure everyone watching this right now is too. Today, with all this talk about FNAF and him coming back in particular, we're gonna do a little breakdown on the on the Toy Freddy teaser that we got from Blumhouse fairly recently. From I guess it was like New York Comic Con or something. As we can see here already, Toy Freddy looks slightly different. Not so much in design, but he has blue eyelids now. I mean, I don't know if he had that in the original game, but there's that. And the curtains look awfully familiar. Pro Class, if you remember that one. I don't know if you remember that one Foxy teaser where you had the two Foxies and the curtains and stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that too. And then you have the release date here, which is coming down to December 5th, 2025. And so yeah, I'm really excited about this movie because it has been showing real promise so far. And now, Pro Class, I want to know what is your overall thoughts so far? About the first movie, second one. Kind of your expectations, this and that. Because I am pretty excited for it. If it's anything like the first one, then I'm all for it.
Absolutely. I love the first movie, actually. Like, Josh Hutcherson is one of my favorite actors. I thought the person that played the antagonist was really good, too. And I liked how it wasn't just a straightforward horror movie. It was, it involves, psychological issues with the main character. It had, like, they tied in the past with the kids that were, pretty much murdered by the antagonist. I thought the pacing was a little weird, but it worked out in the end. It was interesting the direction they went with the animatronics, because I thought it was going to be a pure horror movie where they were just trying to survive at, the pizzeria.
I think a lot of us expected that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure they could have pulled that off well too, but they went with this different direction where they kind of became friends with the animatronics possessed by the souls of the children. It was good. Like, the plot twist at the end was good. Regarding the FNAF 2 teaser, so is this an actual animatronic they built for Toy Freddy, or this might just be an art? I don't think this is a real animatronic.
No, dude. It's not AI. I can assure you, because they're about to be filming this like 2 days from now, as we're recording this anyway. So no, they definitely have those finished.
That looks great. That glossy finish on the material.
Yeah, it literally looks. Yeah, it literally looks like from the game. Like, if you look at the hat, it actually looks like they fully adapted the cloud spec texture that Scott used in his old games. Even before Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, it was a common theme with his models too. Just to have down his models. So, and because the cool part is the Toy Freddy. I mean, just look at him. I mean, he looks plastic. Like, he actually looked like a toy.
Yeah, I actually played the Desolate Hope, like the games that Scott Cawthon made before FNAF, because I was just curious to see, what they were. And like, I also played If for Moon.
I still have yet to play that, actually.
They were pretty good RPG games. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah. They are really going the extra mile here. When it comes to the detail and overall design of the animatronics, because keep in mind, we're getting like 10 animatronics in this movie, because we have the toys, we have the wizards, and we have the bonus misfit ones. Like, we have the puppet, balloon boy, but again, 10 animatronics, and they're all being included into what I presume it will still be an hour and 50-minute long movie. So, assuming that the runtime will be similar, although we have yet to actually, know that in advance.
So it's gonna be. You said 10 animatronics, so.
Well, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's no, yeah. In FNAF 2, that's how much there were. Because again, you had the wizards, you had the toys, and then you have the misfits as well. And on top of that, there might even be some of the Easter egg characters too. Like, I don't know if you remember the endoskeleton.
Yes, that would be insane if they had that. I mean, I don't. That's gonna be tough, because like, have you seen Willy's Wonderland, right? With Nicolas Cage.
I actually still have yet to see that as well.
Wow,
although I have heard of it.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that one's phenomenal too. But it's more of like a satire movie. You have to watch it. I can't spoil it for you. But anyway,
no, I will. No, thank you. Thank you.
It's not gonna be like that at all, by the way, because that movie's diabolical. But regarding FNAF 2, that's a lot of animatronics to juggle. Like in Willy's Wonderland, they had to juggle I think 6 or 7, and it was pretty tough. 10 animatronics. I'm curious to see how they're gonna pull that off.
Yeah, me
I
too.
wonder, yeah, I wonder if Josh Hutcherson is still gonna be the lead.
Probably is. I think what most people are speculating right now is that Jeremy is going to be in the mix, which, in case you don't know who he is, he's the main guard that you play as in FNAF 2. Although, I mean, I'm pretty
That would be
sure
great.
I'm pretty sure there's been like a I think in the past there was also some debate that Jeremy could have been like a alias to Michael or something. I could be totally wrong. I'm
Right.
sure some people in the comments section might, debunk that, but I think what more people are leaning on towards is that we'll have Mike and we'll have Abby. So we have the two of them, but then we'll also have Jeremy. And I think the main objective in the movie, in my opinion anyway, going off from what we've seen so far, it might actually be what most people were expecting the first one to be, and that being more of a survival movie. Because yeah, while Matthew Lillard's coming back as Afton, I don't think we're going to be seeing him in a spring trap suit so quickly, especially when in the game's
You're
lore
right.
he rots in he rots in a certain section of a pizzeria for 30 years. So
Hmm.
personally, I think the movie's going to be about how they're going to fight against the animatronics, but more importantly, there's going to be like flashbacks in the movie showing how, our favorite Matthew Lillard William Afton enacted upon his own volition in the
That'll be great.
back in the 80s restaurant.
I'm actually looking at the IMDb for FNAF 2. I'm just curious, and it says that Matthew Lillard's gonna be playing with William Afton, Josh Hutcherson as Mike Schmidt, Elizabeth Leo as Vanessa. So she was the sheriff, I think, or
Yeah,
one of the police officers. She was
everyone's
good
coming.
too.
Yeah, everyone's coming back.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and Josh Hutcherson teased that it's gonna be much scarier than FNAF 1, but it's still gonna be a PG-13 rating, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, they could definitely pull
Okay.
it off. And I mean, in the first movie, and I'm sure a lot of people can agree on this, but they actually pushed it as far as they kind of could, especially with especially with the scene where Freddy kills Max, in most gruesome way possible, biting her body.
Yeah.
Was that the bite of 87? I swear,
Oh,
I kid you not. I kid you not. People were screaming that in the theater, dude. It was
oh, I know.
that was
That was
funny.
amazing.
That was
No,
funny.
they had a great cast. Everyone, I mean, yeah, everybody played their character well. I'm excited for the second one. I hope it sounds like their budget increased tremendously after the success of the first one. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
hoping they give
Oh
more
yeah.
like creative leeway to the cast and the animatronic designers and pretty much everyone involved in the creative side. Because typically with movies and stuff, the executives and like upper ups have a lot of power. Like they can choose to like cut a character if they want. Like their arc in the story, it's really dumb in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
just let the creative team run wild, let them service the fans and call it a day, make a successful movie.
Yes, I mean the cool part about it is that Blumhouse has been very, very, very good to Scott because, and I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I don't really know how much you really know about the lore about the movie's production, but the movie was in a whole lot of like development troubles for almost a decade because because it started with Warner Brothers wanting to make it. I don't know if you remember the article from that.
Mhm.
Back in 2015, Warner Brothers was gonna make it, but then Scott dropped out in 2017 and broke the news that the movie was going to be restarted by another company, that being Blumhouse, which is who made the movie now. But then COVID happened, and that's why we didn't get it. And yeah, so on top of that, that's why we didn't get it for almost like 8 to 9 years after it was like initially announced.
Also,
Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying here is that I definitely don't think that corporate greed will get in the way of
no,
this
that's
movie.
agreed.
Yeah, because Jason Blum actually really wants the best for the franchise. I can tell doing so because he was the only one I think who really wanted to like make the movie happen, as pretty much everyone else Scott worked with was like, okay, so we have this game, but we're gonna make it drastically different, that sort of thing. And especially now, it's Blumhouse's highest grossing movies, so no, they're definitely
Wow.
gonna put
Okay.
every single resource they have into this one as well.
I was not aware that it was their highest grossing movie.
Uh,
Wait, let me see. Oh, they also made Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, and according to Daniel RPK, apparently the third movie is also kind of in the process of being made right now. That being like scripts and stuff and like pre-production, casting and all that. So there's that.
Yeah,
So we're for
definitely
sure
do it.
getting a trilogy.
So and Scott Cawthon is directly involved with Blumhouse, right? Like, what is he, like a
Yeah,
creative director? Okay.
he is producing it alongside with everybody else. Emma
Okay.
Temmie is also coming back to direct as well. I think that's how you pronounce her name anyway. I apologize if I completely butchered that.
I have no idea either. But I'm looking through just Blumhouse's history. I completely forgot that they're a name brand. Let's see. So they have a total of $6 billion in global box office grossing. They've worked on Halloween, The Purge, The Black Phone, Paranormal Activity, The Exorcist, Insidious, Megan, and Five Nights at Freddy's being their latest franchise. And they've also supported Jordan Peele's Get Out. So that's, I mean, they should be fine.
No, yeah,
It'll
Blumhouse
be a
has a
good
ton
movie.
of classics.
Yes, I didn't realize Blumhouse was a monster in the movie industry.
Yeah,
Okay, good stuff.
something I was definitely hoping for was that they were gonna like make an R-rated version of the first FNAF movie, like they did with Megan. I mean, yeah, granted, Megan was always a horror film. It was intended to be rated R, which is why it had a cut version, like of a PG-13 release, and a lot of people were hoping that for the first one. So I'm hoping it'll be like that for the second one. But I mean, I don't have too much hope because, to be fair, they still got to keep that rating if they want to, keep their audience in, and that is if they wanted to surpass the box office. So, sadly, I don't think we'll
Yeah.
ever get an R-rated FNAF movie like everyone wanted back in 2015. But I digress.
I mean,
You tell me
it
what you
might
think.
be possible. Like, look at what they did with Deadpool and Wolverine, right? That was R-rated.
Yeah.
Um, that was the first R-rated Disney movie, if I recall correctly, and it was a phenomenal movie. Have you seen that one?
I sure have. I mean, I won't really get into it much, but no, I mean, I get what you're saying because I mean, it's a little different because it is a superhero movie. Also, to be fair, I mean,
Also true.
yeah, because parents are gonna be like, oh, my kid can totally see this, even though if you watch the movie, it's actually
Well, I
pretty.
do not recommend
Yeah,
kids. Yeah, I would not recommend like anyone below being a teenager watching that movie. It was pretty crazy in
no,
terms of the R-rated
definitely
stuff.
not, definitely not.
Yeah, but for FNAF, yeah. Well, why do they need to make it R-rated? The only reason I can see them having to make it R-rated is to have gruesome kill scenes, which isn't really needed in my opinion.
It was
Um,
heavily debated apparently on set too. The guy who gets killed by Bonnie. He
Yes.
said that on set that they were like, okay, are we making this PG-13 or are we making this rated R? Scott said anyway. And like one of the original deaths was actually him getting stabbed by Bonnie's guitar. So
Oh, wow.
that should put something in perspective.
Yeah, I thought that honestly that was still a pretty gruesome. It was an implied death, but it was still really good.
Yeah.
All.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know who he is. He's like the FNAF Twitter guy. He posted a video, explaining all the cut content that was in the FNAF movie and stuff through like old drafts and scripts and stuff. I'll even send it to you later. Not sure if it's on his channel, but re-uploads exist. So,
True. Yeah,
uh,
no, I haven't seen any of that. I've kind of been not staying away, but I just have not been keeping up with the FNAF updates, especially since Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
oh yeah, oh dude, yeah. You definitely have so much to catch up on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear it's doing great. Like I said, I love the first movie, so I want to see more. Like I walked out that theater like I'm happy Corey Kenshin got a cameo. It's great.
Oh my god, dude, Corey. Yeah, dude. I remember when Corey made a video like 9 years ago saying that we're all gonna pull up to a theater, to meet up for the FNAF movie. But then here he is, being able to be in the movie himself. How crazy is that, dude?
That is exactly. Honestly, like I said, I gotta talk to Daco and everybody, but I'm so down to just have all of us. I'll fly you guys out.
Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah,
all
let's
about to
talk
pull
with
up.
Scott. Yeah, let's talk with Scott and have like a little pre-party thing, and then we'll all watch the premiere.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. No, we could definitely do it. It's in December, so that's perfect for me.
No, but yeah,
I need to
like,
talk with Daco Games and you know. Oh, actually, I talked with Scrum Effects as well.
oh, you did?
He's doing
Nice.
good.
I'm
Yeah,
sure a
I
lot of
called him.
viewers
He's
want to
doing
know
great.
that.
Yeah, he's working as a forget if he's like a mechanic or a technician or an engineer, but no, he's doing good for himself. He's got a girlfriend. He seems happy. So glad to hear he's okay. And I told him, you know, if he's interested in being a professional CS:GO player, because he is global elite, you know, we might get something going there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Good.
Well, I mean, I guess moving on now, you know, away from the FNAF stuff, and this is why people are even clicking on this video in the first place. How have you been, man? How has life been? And while I know you've covered, you know, a lot of it over your return video, you know, just to kind of put it in perspective to all the viewers here, you know, yeah, just again, like how's it been, and how are you, you know, handling life, and I guess how you feel about FNAF, you know, just common questions like that.